Have you ever dreamed of using a camera that takes hours to build and stop working after 5 minutes? Well, let me introduce you to the Lomomod by Lomography, the first ever medium format camera made of cardboard with a liquid lens. And in order to test it, Lomography sent me 2 cameras with some 120 film rolls. One cool thing about this camera is that you can inject liquid inside the lens to give different effects or colors to your final image. When you watch their video, it seems pretty simple to build your own camera. I like to make my own weird lenses, but making this camera was not a fun moment. Some of the cardboard pieces don't fit in the spot they should, and it took me almost 2 hours to finish it, with a lot of frustration. Once I finished building the camera, I was ready to charge some film, but the camera back would not close. Can you believe this? But the camera back will not close. I followed all the instructions, did all I could, but the camera was not going to work. I decided to start all over again with the help of my wife, because she enjoys making this kind of DIY stuff. And this time, the back of the camera did close. For my first test, I went with a pretty safe choice. T. And I was ready to shoot my 12 images. As you can see on my face, it's really hard to know if you shot your photo or not. It's a fixed focus, so you focus by respecting the distance to the subject and pray for the picture to look sharp. And as you can see, even by respecting the good distance, the image looks as sharp as my elbow. Then I changed the teeth for something funnier, some beetroot juice. I must say I really like the experimental side of those images, and I think the results are pretty interesting. So I only shot 5 photos when the cardboard advancing wheel broke, leaving me with a useless camera. I was really pissed for spending 2 hours building a camera and only 10 minutes using it. I opened the camera in total darkness, changed the broken wheel, and put back the film to photo number 6. I went outside to finish the roll of film and gave this camera another chance. Absolute crap. So was it just me? Was I too aggressive with the cardboard parts? Let me show you a review of a fellow YouTuber who had the exact same problems.
Some of the areas on the camera that I've noticed have shown signs of wear already, apart from me breaking the friggin' film advance knob, is the little window in the back so you can check your frame counter. That is worn out so quickly. During the assembly, I came across a few areas where I struggle bust really hard. This step right here with the curvy boys, and this step right here with this wiggly boy. I'm not gonna bore you with all the details, but I had a hard time. And the little clips that hold the back of the camera on seem to be really worn already, which, hey, kind of important.
So, in the end, I really like some of the images I shot with this camera. But the camera itself is one of the worst things I ever used. It's hard to make, hard to use, hard to finish one single roll of film, and the results are hard to predict. One option if you like to do experimental photography will be to use the lens on a digital camera to get some interesting effects. But don't look for sharpness. For me, a do-it-yourself medium format camera is a great idea, but this version of the product is the worst camera I ever used.